Stop doing these on your resumes. If you are an aircraft maintenance engineer apprentice, here are the top 2 reasons why your resume is the reason you're not getting a job. The first mistake I see apprentices make on their resume when applying for a job is by having one resume for every job application. Man, this is probably the biggest mistake, biggest mistake I see a lot of apprentices making. To be honest, I was in the same situation too, and this is one of the dumbest mistakes I made starting on my career. When I was looking for a job as an apprentice, me looking back, and now I started seeing the reasons why I could not get a job easily. Now I'm starting to see more because I'm working more with my apprentices. I'm helping them with job application. Now I'm actually self-reflecting on myself and seeing the reason why I didn't get a job when I was an apprentice. Guys, you got to understand, you cannot have one resume for every job application. And it's crazily enough, it's even harder now. The reason why is, and I just found out about this recently, right? Companies are starting to implement AI in terms of job application, right? And the reason why is, I believe they're getting a lot of application, right, from apprentices. And let's say, for example, you apply to company, hey, hundreds of apprentices applied for that same position. HR is not going through the whole hundreds of application, right? So now what they're doing is, let's say the job description is, we're looking for someone that have a driver license, we're looking for someone that has a radio license, a diploma, and accreditation, right? If your resume does not have those qualifications, guess what? It's not even going to get to the stage whereby HR can see it, and that is why I usually advise people, whenever you are building your resume, you want to make sure you build your resume for that specific job description, right? So you go to the job description, you go to the qualification, you go to the skills you're looking for, copy and paraphrase on your resume. I'm not telling you guys to lie. Do not lie on your resume. I'm not telling you guys to lie, but you got to be able to play that game smartly. And this is something I have helped apprentices with. You got to be able to play that game smartly, man. You want to copy that qualification, the skills they're looking for, paraphrase it, make it look more professional, and put it on your resume. You cannot have gone back in the days whereby you can just have one resume for every job application. And this is something that I started reflecting on myself. Now I started seeing the reason why it took me for so long to get an apprentice job when I was an apprentice, right? And to be honest, I don't blame myself. There was not a lot of information online. There was not a lot of people making videos like this talking about the mistakes you make, right? And that is why I'm here to tell you guys, man, you cannot have one job. We cannot have one resume for every job, man. You got to make sure you build your resume, for that specific company and the job description they're looking for, right? So basically, that's one of the biggest mistakes. First mistake I see a lot of apprentices make on their resume. The second mistake apprentices make on their resume when applying for a job is by not highlighting their strength right away. This is another biggest mistake I'm noticing, right? And the reason why I'm actually making this video is because I know I started working with apprentices to help them build their resume, prep them up for job interview, also help them for job applications, right? And this is one mistake I'm seeing. It's a pattern I'm seeing. And whenever I self-reflect on myself too, like I remember I literally checked my first apprentice resume, and I actually saw, like, man, I'm actually now understand the reason why I did not get a job. Now it started to make more sense. Guys, you got to understand that HR, they don't have that many time for each resume. Literally, they're spending max, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. They're not going through your resume. They're not spending 30 minutes on your resume, right? And the reason why is they are, like I said, they have a lot of job application, right? They got to go through everyone and try to find the best candidate. The whole purpose is to find the best candidate. And as an apprentice, right, and you're graduating with hundreds of students every year, you got to be able to show your strength right away. And you can talk about, oh, Peter, what do you mean by strength, right? You have your diploma, you have your accreditation, you have your radio license, you have your driver license. If you have any type of past experience, literally, you want to have that after your professional summary. You want to be able to show that your strengths right away, and you want to make it as short as possible, as bold as possible. And this is another mistake I see, man. Some people might have, let's say, their accreditation, and I'm seeing the accreditation, their diploma at the last page. How is that possible? How can you do that? You cannot put your strength at the last page. Your strengths gotta be in front, like literally out after your professional summary. I want to be able to see you posting putting your diploma, your accreditation, your driver license, your radio license right away after your professional summary. This is another mistake I see, man. And I don't mean it, like I said, I don't blame my apprentices. I was an apprentice too when I was looking for a job, and this is one of the biggest mistakes I was making. Like I told you guys, I checked my resume that I applied as an apprentice. Now it started making a lot of more sense why I wasn't getting a job back then. Yes, the job market back then was really bad, but you having a bad job market and having a bad resume is like terrible, and I don't blame myself. There was nobody making videos like this telling apprentices what to do, showing you guys the right way to do it. So yeah, if you're an apprentice right now applying for your job, please on your resume, you want to be able to show your strength right away. Your diploma, your accreditation, your radio license, your driver license, anything that you feel like it's your strength, please have it after your professional summary. You want to have it right away, so that way HR can see, okay, these are the stuff this guy has. It's gonna be way more easier for them to call you for an interview. And if you're an apprentice that need that type of help, you need someone to help you build your resume, you need someone to prep you for an interview, you need someone to help you out with job applications, so that way you can make your life more easy. This is something I've helped apprentices with. I'm not even lying, guys. This year alone, in the past 2 months, I have helped 3 apprentices. I swear to God. In the past 2 months, I have helped 3 apprentices, and I got them a job in less than a week. I got one person in a week. I got one person a job interview. Like literally right now that I'm making this video, the guy got a job interview. He's gonna have a job interview on Wednesday, right? And we're gonna prep him up for the interview. Prep him up so that way he can have an idea of what to expect on job interview, right? Common questions being asked. This is something I can help apprentices with, guys. If you're an apprentice that need that type of help, you feel like you need someone to help you be the resume interview. And guys, please, before you book that call, I don't want any apprentice that is not ready to relocate. You got to understand that you don't have that many qualifications right now, right? So you have to be able to relocate. That's one of the mistakes I see people make too, trying to just stay in one city. Please be an apprentice that have that mentality that you got to make that sacrifice. So if you're that type of apprentice that need that type of help, you have that type of mentality of relocating to different provinces, you don't worry about that, and you need someone to help you build your resume, you need someone to help you in job application and interview, click the link in the description, man. Book a consultation and let me see how I can help you. All right. For you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Peter. I'm a licensed aircraft maintenance engineer, and I have hundreds of videos that helps apprentices in terms of job application, in terms of cars, in terms of what to expect. So if you like those videos, please do not forget to check it out. And if you find my videos informative, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys.